I'm here for the therapy sessions, boys. Talk to me. Talk to me. I am I am so deflated after this game, and the worst thing is, after many games recently, I've been coming on, smiling, laughing and saying, I didn't really give a crap. I didn't give a crap. I'm done or whatever, right? I got sucked in today. I got absolutely sucked into this game today, and I am fuming today. I am absolutely. Oh, guys, talk to me, please. Calm me down.
Michael, we go. Is it almost worse what happened today than what happened at Newcastle? Because at least at Newcastle, we knew after 20 minutes, game set, match done, we knew where we stood. Today, they drew us back in. They got it back from 3-0 down to 3-0. And then Lucas Moura does what Lucas Moura does. So, I mean, it seems to me that you're feeling worse after today than Newcastle.
Much worse, and I am serious about it. I'm much worse today than I was after Newcastle. I swear. First of all, I think we got absolutely robbed, and it's a joke what happened this game. How can a player take a kick to the face, be bleeding all over his face, and the player who made the offense doesn't get sent off and scores the winner? That's absolutely like shambolic decision making for me. I don't understand how this can happen in the best league in the world, right? How, like, riddle me that, guys. That's the main reason I am pissed off today, because listen. First 20 minutes was a bloody joke, right? I don't mind conceding one goal at Anfield, in the opening 20 minutes. I seriously don't mind, right? It can happen, right? Liverpool are a great team, even though they have a bad season. Conceding one goal in the opening 20 minutes against Liverpool, fine, right? Conceding two, okay, shit happens. Sometimes you get unlucky, right? But to concede three again in the first 20 minutes, boys, that's a joke. That's an absolute joke. This defense is a joke. And I am sick and tired of telling that. I am saying this for over a year on different channels, on your own channel, on David Harris, on Tottenham Away, I was even once on Sabah's channel. I was on Will Stewart's channel. All those channels. I'm saying this over and over and over and over again. This defense is bad. It's shit. It's absolute dross. I am sick and tired of watching some of those players play the game. Eric Dyer today, it's hard for me to say that this was his worst performance of the season because he had so many, but I legit think it's one of his worst performances of the season. Like, the amount of times this guy passed the ball to Liverpool players is beyond my understanding. How can a professional footballer make so many mistakes in such a short span of time? I don't understand it. I seriously struggle to understand how this player is the way he is.
Look, Michael, however disgusting the first opening 20 minutes was today, however disgusting the opening 20 minutes was against Newcastle and the opening stages against Manchester United, do you commend the fight back that the players shown,
Yes.
the pride and the heart that after coming back, after being 3-0 down?
Yes, I do. Listen. On one hand, I think it's a bit of a joke that they cannot, start the game focused, right?
Yeah.
Just it's hard for me to understand how can we concede 3 goals in 20 minutes, get absolutely battered for the first half, and they just switch like that. Just switch from being one of the worst teams in the league to actually outplaying Liverpool at their own ground. At second half, we absolutely outplayed Liverpool. I don't care what everyone says. Chat can banter. Oh, what trophy did you win for that? Oh, Liverpool won in the end. Whatever. Right? We outplayed Liverpool at their own ground today, and we should have won that game. I think we deserved to win that game. Right? I am absolutely destroyed after that game, but I can commend the attacking patterns that we did, the amount of pressure we've put on them while they were building up their own play, right? The pressing that we did, even though we aren't like the fastest and the most mobile front line in the league. I can seriously like give credit for that, because I think the boys actually did well today in the second half, right? But why is it always like this, that we can only do that in the second half? It's the same problem that was present when Conte was here, right? I find I cannot understand it, right? It's almost as if when they play under pressure, they crumble. Just what Conte said, right? And as soon as the pressure is off, meaning you are 3 down at Anfield, what do you got to lose, right? You can lose 4-0, but what difference does it make, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly they switch off and play like they can, like they should, right? They are Tottenham Hotspur, not Sheffield United or Burnley or whatever, right? With all
Yeah.
due respect to those teams, right? But we, on paper, are the sixth biggest team and the sixth best team in the league, right? And they play like they today, right? So I don't. I wish I could answer this why is it happening, right? But it's because it doesn't make any logic.
In terms of the comeback today, Michael, how much do you put it down to Tottenham improving, and how much do you put it down to Liverpool getting complacent as to the comeback?
I think it's a bit of both, honestly. Like, of course, right? If you are 3-0 up, you can get a bit, like laid back, take things more carefully, whatever, right? But I actually think, again, a bit of credit to Mason. I think his changes actually made proper impact. I really liked seeing Sarr today on the pitch. I think he actually played quite well. I think that by switching to three in the midfield, as I said, we were allowed to put pressure on their midfield, which, if you look at like Liverpool, their weak point is probably their midfield right now. So by switching to three in the middle, we put pressure on them, and I appreciated it, right? But the issue is, again, why can't we do this from the start? I get why we can do the three in the middle from the start, because we only have 3 fit midfielders, right? So we can't put all 3 of them on the pitch, because then if one of them gets injured, we are screwed, right? But in terms of like our front line, I think they wasted a couple of amazing opportunities today. But even so, I still think we should have and could have at least drawn that game or even won it, right?
Yeah, and on Mason, right, you talk about the tactical flexibility, making good changes, but the one change that he did make that really did impact that game was the Lucas Moura change. I mean, Lucas Moura's last 5 minutes for Tottenham Hotspur, he comes on against Everton. Within 2 minutes, he's sent off with an ankle high studs up challenge. He gets sent off, and then today, it was like the best assist we've seen today, right?
Yeah, Lucas, man, I love you. You are one of the reasons why I support this cup. I kid you not. Look, whatever Lucas did at Amsterdam is one of the reasons why I am here, right? But man, come on, like, this is enough, right? I don't want to like scream and shout. I don't want to blame him for everything, but this game and the Everton game, it's on your head, mate. Sorry, like. You should have done better. You should have been better in that situation, right? And it seriously kills me to say that, but
He got brought on the 89th minute today. 1 minute
89th
of normal time, and he goes and screws up the game. But back on Ryan Mason, I mean, is he putting his hat in the ring, or is it just too early in his career for that?
I can commend him for making a proper decision with the changes, right? I don't. That game is not his fault. I will fight for it, right? That's not his fault that we lost that game. But I think it's too early, as you correctly pointed out. I think just for his own sake, for his own credibility, I think it would have been good for him to take more time. Maybe take a bit of a lower profile job. Try to gain more experience, because still when it comes to fighting with the best of the best, they will exploit your mistakes, right? If you are inexperienced, you make naive mistakes, the managers like Klopp, Pep, when their squads are fit, when they know what they are doing, they have their teams organized, whatever, they will exploit the mistakes that you make, right? So for me, I would appreciate it if I don't mind Mason being the coach in, like, I don't know, a couple of years, like 6, 7, 8 years, whatever, right? But not now. I think it's too early for me.